Hello there, you wonderful folk of YouTube. I'm just about say about 3 miles from where I live. I thought I'll just show you one of the nice interesting areas of where I live and one of the nice interesting motorbike routes. Before you know it, you're in the town and then you're sort of straight into a beautiful mountain road. But I thought I'd take this opportunity, this little ride now, to sort of talk about a few things playing on my mind, motorcycle related, and just maybe you've got a few questions and answers you can help me with. And I'll tell you what, the first one's a bit of an odd one, but I'm going to go for it. And well, mainly with regards to cleaning the chain on the motorbike. And I don't know whether or not I'm doing the correct thing. I've taken it just on how I used to clean other oily things, in my past mechanical, small, experience of mechanical issues that I've got. But I've got a gallon of diesel that for some reason, I think it was spoilt. I don't know if it's gone off a bit, or there's might be a bit of dirt, and I didn't want to risk putting in any of my vehicles. So as well, gallons, that's 5 litres, isn't it? I use that to clean my chain, so I can get every little bit of grit and dirt off, and I give it, I got a little toothbrush, and I wash the chain in the diesel. So I don't think it's doing any harm, and it comes out in lovely condition. And then I re-lubricate it, then dry it off and re-lubricate it. Can anybody tell me if that's a bad thing to do, or if it's perfectly fine and I've got nothing to worry about? But it just, to me, it seemed to make a very good cleaning solution. So would appreciate that, using this media to help myself get more knowledgeable on such things. And the other thing that's playing on my mind a bit, it's a shame we've got to go so slowly behind this van, but that's not the other thing playing on my mind, is what type of motorbike do you get? Because before I entered the wonderful world of motorcycling, we've all got an image in our mind of what bike would suit us, what we fancy. Might be a big Harley or a sporty Honda CBR 1000 or something like that. And so mine, I think I sort of watched things like Charlie Bowman going long way around the world and things. I always fancied an adventure bike. I'd love like a BMW GS 1250, and the reason I've got the bike I have got is probably the same reason you've got the bike you've got. It suits your needs. I like coming out on little roads like this. Just, it's a weekend thing. I don't need it to commute to work or anything. It's just purely for pleasure. I think a sports bike would be a little bit uncomfortable for any sort of long period of time, and I don't think I got the balls to utilize it to the maximum anyway. And I think this sort of mid-size naked bike that I've got, the 650, makes good use of these lanes around where I live. And even with these roads, I can't sort of utilize it to the maximum. So I've been really tempted just to take a few bikes, so like cruisers and adventure bikes, sports bikes, just a variety, to try them out. And is there any point, I'm wondering, to me, motorbikes are no different to cars. People drive, like a big adventure bike, that's the equivalent of a 4-wheel drive, 4x4. It doesn't make any sense, for most people in the town, but people just like that image. They like that sort of car because, and that's what they like the look of. I tried to get something that would fit my needs, a lot of mums don't need a big Range Rover to take the kids to school, do they? And it's that sort of thing that, you know, I'm probably a bit too practical for my own good, you know. Glad that van's turned off. So I'm very tempted to, what I've had my eye on is an Africa Twin, and I'm really tempted to take one of those out for a test ride rather. And a part of me would love to do it, and another part of me is sort of like thinking, well, what's the point, you know? I'm very happy with this bike, but it's like just, you know, being able to do the thing you sort of originally dreamed of, you know. I've got no use for an Africa Twin or a BMW GS or any of the big adventure bikes, because I think they're designed to go on all different terrain roads and things like that, which I never do, you know. I'm always on tarmac, and where I live, you know, there is opportunity to, but I just it doesn't come across the type of riding I do. So, you know, I love this bike, but I wouldn't like to go all the way to Scotland on it. I think it's the engine's too revvy, and, you know, I'd be better off on a cruiser, you know, something that would eat up the miles nicely, you know, and the engine just ticks away nicely. And so that is my dilemma. Can you help me out with that? Should I go try out quite a few more bikes, or just stick to what I know? Even when I stick to what I know, I'm quite boring. I've always just, I sort of sway towards Honda. You know, if I wanted a cruiser, you know, there's like your Pan-Europeans and your Goldwings, and even like a Honda 500 Rebel or something like that. I think they do 1100 one as well, I think. So I'll probably just stick with Honda, but I might give it a try, regret it, or really want it and not really understand the benefits of having it, you know, if I don't go off-road, if I have an adventure bike. So let me have a little think of this. This little lane we're on, it goes to a lovely pub somewhere up there, so why don't we just sit back, enjoy this nice bit of straight, and I'll do a little less talking and just enjoy the road. Here we go. Well folks, I think you'll agree I'm having a whale of a time. Absolutely stunning roads. And then in a minute I'm going to have a little bit of refreshments. I don't think it's far. Yeah, here we are, just round the corner. In the middle of nowhere, there's a nice drinking hole here, so we can have perhaps a little refreshment. Oh, car reversing onto a lane, that doesn't look very clever. Let's have a little look down here. I have a quick, oh, it looks busy. I have a quick coffee here.